So, update video. The last video was just about explaining my story, sharing what I went through when I first found out that I had my brain tumor, and today I went to go get my MRI finally. We finally went, my husband went with me. He's always been supportive in it. He's always like, no, I'm gonna be there in the room with you. My last appointment was probably 2 weeks ago with my specialist, my endocrinologist, and he was just going over if I have been feeling any symptoms, as in like any more headaches, has my period been normal. So with prolactinoma, that's the name of my brain tumor, it is essentially a tumor on your pituitary gland, and that is in the center of your brain. It controls your hormone level. For me, I noticed a difference in my body, or once I missed my period, and I was about 15 years old. We finally went to my doctor, we did the blood tests, and they finally realized that my prolactin hormone level was too high. And so my family doctor referred me to a specialist, and from there that's where my journey started. So my visit before I got my MRI with my endocrinologist, he did see that my prolactin level was quite high. I wasn't on medication for a good 4 to 5 years. During that time, I honestly didn't feel any headaches. My period came regularly before it did not. That's why I wasn't so worried. I was really honestly thinking that everything was fine, that the level was gonna be a little high, but not so where he had to put me back on medication. But my doctor did put me back on medication. I'm back on cabergoline, and it was honestly discouraging at first. I was like, what? I'm confused, because I felt fine. I got my period, and then suddenly he said it's too high. He literally, I have my paperwork here, sorry. But he was like, nice seeing you the other day. Your labs look good, except the prolactin level is quite high. I'm going to start you back on cabergoline, 0.5 milligrams twice weekly. I'm also entering an electronic order to repeat your prolactin level in 1 month. So please go to LabCorp. So he wants me back on medication for 1 month, and he's going to see again where my levels are at. But so far, he put me back on. He did say that if I were to become pregnant, to stop taking the medicine completely. Once you're pregnant, if you are pregnant, you're not supposed to take cabergoline at all. But yeah, that's where my health is at right now. Honestly, I was not too happy because on medication I get a lot, pretty bad headaches. I'm nauseous the past 2 days or so. I took it on Friday, today's Sunday, and I've just been having headaches non-stop, and it's annoying. It's an annoyance. It's not like, oh my god, it's the end of the world type of thing, but it's just something I'd rather not have to deal with. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. When today at the doctor's office, at the MRI office, it was kind of a shock how much you had to pay. We were filling out all the information and stuff, and then finally she was like, okay, your total's gonna be $7,000. And I was like, okay, I was waiting for her to give me the actual total, because of course without health insurance, that's what you have to pay. And then I was like, okay. And then I was like, is that after insurance? And she was like, after insurance, it's gonna be $250. And I was like, that was discouraging. I was like, god damn it, if I didn't have to have this, we wouldn't have to pay this money. I can have that money in my pocket. And I was just like, kind of got a little, not emotional, I didn't start crying, but I was just like, I don't want to deal with this type of way. So then that happened. As you see here, we are given a room to take off all of our jewelry, all of your clothes, and they do strip you down, or tell you to strip down to your panties, and you put on a robe and socks. They give you a locker. You can lock your locker so everything's secured. And then I went to one closer to home, and it was a totally different experience. It was just, I'm literally like laying there and dealing with the noise, and the noise is it's pretty much, the nurse described it as a jackhammer. I would just describe it as loud bass, just repeatedly going. It turns off and on, and then it just goes to a higher tone, lower tone, and then you're just laying there. You're literally laying down and your head is dropped, for you don't move, or you don't have the urge to move or anything. And then they just put like a little kind of casing type thing to just hold everything together. Today actually was awesome because it was the first time I've ever had headphones on. They put some jazz for me, and they put a blanket on top of me. They put a foam under your knees so you can, you know, be propped up that way, and I was so comfortable. And it was just so, I told my husband that it was just relaxing, honestly, because I mean, we have a 2-year-old and I'm running around always, or just never honestly like have a moment to just relax. But that I was forced to relax, and it was actually a good experience for me this time. I wasn't scared this time. I wasn't nervous or anything. I knew my husband was gonna be there. They actually put him super close to me, like right next to the machine. But it was hilarious because he was like, I'm just gonna scoot back because it's kind of loud. It was a 45-minute procedure. But with the MRI, they do have contrast, it's called. First, they lay you down and you're just normally without contrast laying there to see get before pictures, and then after they do come in, they injected me with contrast to get a different image from the MRI to see how my brain reacts to it. Unfortunately, we couldn't record in the room because, of course, you can't have any metal or electronics in the room with the machine. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a huge round shaped machine, and there's space where you can be slide in and slide out on the bed, and they push you in. That's it. So if you are scared, don't be scared. They do ask a lot of questions. It gave me a button to press if I were to have like an anxiety attack or just get claustrophobic in there. So that was good. And then yeah, if you're cold, they give you a blanket, and if you want music, some places do have headphones available for you. But thanks for hearing me out. Thanks for seeing my updates. As of now, I am back on medication. I'm not too happy about it, but we're just gonna have to run with it, you know. And then the doctor said if we were to get pregnant, to stop the medication completely. But yeah, thanks for coming and watching my video. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope it helps in what you're going through and it gives a little bit of ease on your nerves. So yeah, I'll see you later. And these
Exiting elevator. Please stand aside.
Oh my god.
It's Wally.
Wally. What the hell is it? Do not ride with me on the elevator.
Crossing hallway.
Hi, Wally.